It was the wave of the future, and everyone wanted one. Think of the time that you're gonna save. The optimism. It was real. You can cook entire meals from scratch in your microwave oven. Oh dear. So hello, every single one of you. Welcome to my home. Get comfy. Do you see that thing over there? It's a stove and it's an oven, and I'm not going anywhere near that thing today. I'm gonna stay right here, hang with my friend. Cooking all my meals out of this sucker right here. It's 3 recipes, and I don't really know how it's gonna turn out today. But I can tell you this, I am a big fan of the Microwave Cookbook. Use of color on the cover there. I think they did a fantastic job with the cover of this book. Very nice. But the food itself and like the recipes, you know, there's a lot of fish in there, and ooh, it's the food itself is, but I do love the microwave. I think it has a great use in the kitchen. It's a complementary tool to other things that you can use. Does a great job heating up food that had already been cooked and made at some point in time, you know? You're just reheating it. Or like microwave popcorn, great. I got a cold coffee here. But to cook food from like scratch and then call it your dinner, I don't know. That's just like raw chicken, for example, into the microwave, voila. Or beef, same deal. Or like the cardinal sin of seafood in the microwave is a move. But it was a thing at one point in time, or at least they were trying to make it a thing. Like when microwaves were having their big moment and they were becoming like mainstays in the kitchen during like the 70s and the 80s. Anywho, this particular book here is, well, it's from 1986, which was an absolute banger of a year. It was the year of me, so that's a great sign. First recipe today is sour cream and caviar cheesecake. Oh yes, it sounds interesting, right? A savory cheesecake, all right. But the way that we're about to do this, not so sure. Ritz. Beam in the whiz kit. Starting off with a cup worth of cheddar cheese crackers. Crush the crackers. 1/4 cup of butter into the microwave on high for 1 minute. It has begun. 30 seconds, my butter's melted. So we're ahead of schedule. I foresee this being a problem. 180 grams worth for a full box of Ritz crackers. Great. Well, the book says 225 grams, which is going to equal 1 cup worth. 225 grams, which is more than the box. This is way more than a cup worth. Am I going by 225 grams or 1 cup? 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add in half of it now, and all the melted butter. Get that work together. I'm only like a sentence or 2 into this recipe and I'm already confused. So I need a package of cream cheese, 8 ounces worth, a cup of grated Gruyere cheese, and a tablespoon or the remaining Parmesan. And I'm supposed to combine these, cream cheese, Gruyere, Parm, mix it together, I guess. Oh, you know what I should use? Beat in 2 eggs, half a cup of sour cream, 1/3 cup of chopped chives. I just gotta stir that in, that says. This cookbook is driving me crazy. Now, it says in the ingredient list you need a 1/4 cup of milk. They never mention the milk again in this recipe. Where the hell does it go? Does it go into this? I feel like it would loosen it up a little too much. Does it go into the Ritz cracker crust? This is dry as hell because I was probably using too many Ritz crackers because they told me to use 225 grams and I used 180 grams, which is more than a cup, even though it said to use a cup in the book. So I'm in a frickin' pickle, and I've just used my brain. I'm gonna add just a little bit of milk into that, but I'm not gonna add too much because it's gonna make it too runny. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is add a little butter into this crust, make it less dry. All right, so let's bring this back to this. To add some seasoning, so how about some salt, crack in a little pepper. That's good. A brand new microwave safe cake pan. This of course is silicone and I should wash it. Line this cake pan with a parchment paper circle. We're doing this the inverse way that I'm used to, which is the cheesecake mixture goes in first. Bake that. Nuke that for 5 minutes on high. Oh, rubbery, don't you think? I mean, it's exactly what I was expecting, but that's what I got. Sprinkle on the Ritz cracker crust. Only use around a cup worth of that. And lightly press down on the crust. The power level needs to go down to medium. Back and it goes 10 minutes. The crust may be a problem. And then we chill for an hour. Crust is a bit crumbly, but we'll persevere. Come on, out you go. It's pretty burnt around the edges, especially right there. Holy hell. Caviar. I have some black lumpfish roe. Then we got some orange roe with rainbow trout. All right, so I'm just gonna copy what they did in the book. So that's the fate that the caviar has, microwave cheesecake. You didn't see that coming, did you? Order up. Take a look at what's going on in here. Ah! Whoop. Oh dear. Problem with the crust there caused the whole thing to collapse. Caviar and sour cream microwave cheesecake. Okay, well. I've had worse. Much worse, actually. There's something about that works, kind of. Yeah, you know what'd be interesting is to do that without the microwave. Yes, it's kind of burnt around the edges. Yes, it kind of tastes like a block of cream cheese, like a herb cream cheese on top of some crackers, and the caviar's doing a lot of heavy lifting. It's not the worst thing. I thought it would be a disaster. It's not a... Yeah, the train didn't crash, There's no wreckage. But chilling it did a lot of favors, so that's nice of the fridge. I don't want any more of this, though. It's just too, it's just, I've decided to, I made it, I ate it, I got the t-shirt. I can save the caviar for something that isn't. This cookbook was a lucky hopefully find at a thrift store. But you can also have that type of luck over at Whatnot, today's sponsor. They're the #1 live streaming selling app. It's a live auction where you can literally buy, sell, or auction anything, everything. It's got big thrift store energy, but you can do it all right here on your phone. People selling all sorts of random, interesting things. I'm looking for something for the kitchen here. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm going in.
The old holiday cookbook right there. Don't know the year offhand, but looks like it's an oldie right there.
Ooh,
this is running right now.
Oh, I'm in a bidding war for this holiday cookbook.
Here we got butterscotch toffee bars, sugar plums. Anti-Chef jumped in there.
Anti-Chef,
thank you so much for your first purchase.
I want it. Holiday cookbook, vintage. Got it.
Anti-Chef, that's going to you. Anti-Chef, that's going to you.
Anti-Chef,
that one's going to you.
I'm winning the coffee mug.
1 second left. Anti-Chef, that be coming to you.
In a bidding war for the egg beater, must focus.
1 second left.
Got it.
Anti-chef, great grab.
If you want to check Whatnot out, you can use my link in the description. I'll get you $15 off anything, anywhere on the app. You can scan the QR code right up on the screen right here too. Plus, I'm doing a $500 giveaway on Whatnot if you sign up using the link in the description. And you got to follow me on the app, Anti-Chef. You'll be automatically entered. Thank you, Whatnot. Let's get back to work. Next up on the menu, a familiar classic over here, one of my personal faves, beef bourguignon. Beautiful French stew, beef braised in red wine. It takes hours, it takes patience, but you are rewarded with flavors you can only dream of, and beef so tender it just falls apart as soon as you touch it. It's just the greatest little thing. And we are gonna nuke it today. How do you do that? I don't know. You're gonna be skipping a lot of steps, I think, and missing out on flavors that you don't really want to miss out. Like, how do you brown beef in the microwave? Or how do you braise the beef in red wine in the microwave? I don't know, but it's a good thing I'm asking these questions because I want answers. This casserole dish. And I gotta heat it up for 5 minutes. Heat. Oh! Heat a browning dish for 5 minutes on high. A browning dish. This is just a casserole dish. Is this a browning dish? Is there a microwave browning dish? Have I already screwed up? Oh. That explains a lot of things. Okay, so maybe you are able to brown beef in the microwave if you have a microwave browning dish, which I didn't really know was a thing until just right this moment, because all I have are just these standard casserole dishes that I don't think that's what they're after. Anyway, I'm going to proceed. Casserole dish into the microwave, 5 minutes to heat it up. Will that work? I don't know. 5 minutes in there, does that get hot? Two slices of thick cut bacon, sliced up into lardon pieces, into the microwave. 2 minutes. Stirring frequently. Okay, remove the bacon. Maybe it is browned in some areas, but not really. All right, here goes 1.5 pounds of chuck that has been sliced up into 1-inch cubes. I think seasoning the beef for me will be a nice touch. Cook the beef for 3 minutes. Good luck. This is, of course, the step where you'd be browning the beef if I had that microwave browning pan. But I don't, so it's just gray looking and pink still. And remove the beef. Peeled pearl onions. 2 minutes. That did the job, a little tender. Stir in 4 tablespoons of flour. Shouldn't that go with the step with the beef? It says to do that with the onions. With Julia Child's recipe of beef bourguignon, you add the flour in with the beef so that it coats the beef. But we're just adding it in with the onions. Okay, whatever. And I stir that in. 1 cup of beef stock, teaspoon of tomato paste, 1 cup of Burgundy, Pinot Noir. Let's get that blended. Come on, flour, don't be a clumpy bastard. The cookbook has yet again bamboozled us. You tell me a clove of garlic minced, and then you never mention it again in the recipe. I feel like it should have gone in maybe with the onions, but if I just add it in now, I'm gonna add it in now. Some salt, pepper, adding in 1 bay leaf. I'm gonna make it 2, you know why. You gotta be kidding me. Did this book have an editor? 1 teaspoon of thyme, but you never mention it again. I'm going in with the thyme now. Return the bacon and the meat to the casserole and add the mushrooms. Beef, bacon. Is this gonna be big enough? There goes the mushrooms. This is not big enough. Here's the thing. I've switched to this casserole pan now because this one has a lid. The only deal is that it has this metal handle, so if I just unscrew that, now I can cover that up and hopefully survive. All right, so 40 minutes and stirring occasionally. That's 40 seconds. Does this not go on for 40 minutes? It does 10 minutes. Does it do 20 minutes? 20 minutes. Does it do 30 minutes? Yes. It doesn't do 40. Why doesn't it do 40 minutes? Okay, well, 30 minutes plus 10 and stirring occasionally. Quite the mess you left me there. Does that like fall apart when you, okay. Great, so what I'm gonna do here is serve myself some What's going on? We're filming here. Is she trying to tell me something? I did a couple tender tests with the beef. Some of it was tender, some of it wasn't. But this looks absolutely repulsive. I'm gonna not, what am I doing here? This looks so terrible. Gnarly. That's gnarly stuff. So as an act of desperation here, I'm just gonna add a little chopped parsley on top. Usually that helps. Order up! Huh? When you just kind of look at it at a glance here, it looks like beef stroganoff a little bit because of the gray, but also it just, something about it is very off-putting. Like, it does not look good. It looks like plain food, but one of those budget airlines, you know? I don't know, man. It's a mushroom. It's very slimy and rubbery and just this takes everything that is enjoyable about beef bourguignon, or just even more general than that, just food, and makes it suck. Inedible, really. That's bad. It's just like slimy, and the beef sucks. Sometimes you'll get a tender piece, sometimes you get a piece that's burnt on the end. Some are just completely just chewy and underdone, or just, there's all these ingredients in here, but it just doesn't even matter. You could have just thrown the beef in there by itself and it would have been the same flavors. The onions are probably the most enjoyable thing, and maybe on their own, fine. Fine. But there's nothing cohesive about the dish. Like, nothing is complementing the other thing. It's just slop. Beef sloppillon. I'm not out of this just yet. I have one more recipe to make. I promised myself I would make 3, and I'm going to stick to that promise as much as I don't want to right now. I am going to proceed with the sea bass and fennel. It's a whole fish. I thought it was a good idea to do this yesterday, and now that I just had that beef bourg, I'm thinking, beautiful looking sea bass here. It's a 1 pounder, and I'm just so sorry in advance, really. I'm gonna take some salt and season the inside, and then the fish has to go into a casserole pan. So they're telling me to keep using casserole pans, but I don't know how big of a pan that they're using, but this fish is huge, and the cookbook is even telling me to use a fish twice this size. So if you have a casserole pan that's twice this size. How's that gonna go into a microwave? Anyone? Juice of an orange onto the fish. I've always just assumed that you don't microwave seafood. It's just not gonna turn out for you, is it? But microwaving a whole fish is definitely some sort of statement. Now I need the juice of a lemon. Cook the fish in the microwave for 20 minutes on high. Sounds like we're making popcorn in there. Just pop, 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 pop. A bulb of fennel. I'm gonna take off the leafy part and keep that. I need that. And I'm just gonna match the photo because there's no directions, of course. Slice it. You know what? That doesn't look as bad as I thought it was gonna look. All right, so the fish, get it onto my pan. I'm just gonna keep it warm. Drop in my bulb of fennel, sliced, and a couple tablespoons of water. Ah, that was hot. 2 minutes. Okay, so we got the fishy smell in here, and now we got that licorice smell in here. Oh, you know what? I wasn't supposed to cook the fennel in the fishy pan. I was supposed to cook it in its own separate pan with water. Just reading that now, but that's fine. I'm gonna add in around a tablespoon of Zambuca. And I see something in here that is most definitely the fish eye. I see you. A cup and a half of whole milk yogurt. And then get some pepper in there too. Nuke this for only 30 seconds and I cannot let it come to a boil. Fish onto the platter. Get the fennel on there. Orange slices on the other side. Some of this stuff from the fennel on there. Coming together. And then the sauce. Just like that, dinner is served on time. Order up. Order up. I mean, it looks just like the cookbook photo. Ooh, okay. Does that look bad? That looks okay to me, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, is there? I mean, the meat still looks juicy. Huh. Doesn't look half bad, honestly. I'd give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. I would say that the fish was cooked just like slightly too far, maybe. Like it wasn't juicy by any means, but it wasn't dry. It was like in that like middle ground there. And I thought that was okay, especially for microwaving it. Everything else on the plate was nice too. It was like a refreshing, lighter plate of food. And from everything else that I made today, I'd consider that a masterpiece. Twist at the end of the video. The recipe I thought was going to be the worst ended up being the best, and the one I thought was going to be the best was just dog shit. So, did we learn anything in the end? I learned that even though it can nuke fish, okay, I still stick to other ways of cooking said fish. I learned a lot of valuable lessons, like don't microwave a meal from scratch the way I did. Don't do that. I don't think you should. Granted, there's a whole lot of recipes in here that are untested, but the fact that this book looked brand new at a thrift store meant that it had never been opened. I think this needs to be destroyed, or at least, at the bare minimum, carted off into a big warehouse with the Lost Ark. I think that's what needs to happen. I'm feeling like okay right now, but at the same time a little, I don't know. So if there's no video next week, I guess you know why. You can blame this, and you can blame this. That's it. That's all. Bon appetit, I think. Au revoir.